So if you've watched this far, you can tell Adam's going really slow. And main reason is this client has had a couple different companies out in the past, and it mentioned that some of these spots are popping back after about a week or two max, from what she said. So what we're trying to do is eliminate that. She gave us a little bit of information. They're drink spills, which it's quite possible that's the problem, and it's in the padding. And so in its main traffic areas being walked on, it's just restoiling quicker there because stuff's getting attracted to the moisture that might be wicking up from the pad. But we're going extra slow on our wet passes because we want to extract as much of it out as possible. And then of course with Berber carpet, go back over it one more time, just dry at least, because if you don't, sometimes you can leave streaks. And so it's always good to do some overlapping passes to help eliminate that. You can kind of tell the way the carpet's sitting in those areas to the left of him just need to be gone back over dry, and it's just the way the wand's been pushed across it. So when he goes back over it, it should make those disappear. But as you can see, it's cleaning up really well. It's just with Berber, it clings oils, so we're using some citrus to help break that. There were no pets in the house from what they told us. But with these different spots, we just want to make sure that we had good dwell time on the pre-spray, and then slow passes like he's doing. So in some issues that can cause problems for quicker resoiling is going to be your dry strokes, and it ties into a little bit on the machine. So if you have good lift and good CFMs, lift is pulling it out and CFMs is taking it back into the machine. So you're if you just do a wet stroke over it, you don't dry stroke. If you don't have a real strong machine, sometimes you leave some stuff behind. So it's always good to do multiple passes. There's nothing wrong with having a smaller machine or anything like that. It's just you got to compensate for some stuff to make sure that you get as much as you can possibly out. So even though we have kind of a bigger machine, we still have a tendency to go over it a little bit more on average, just to be safe. So that's why the slow passes and then the dry pass afterwards, even though it's actively pulling stuff out as he's doing his back pass like this. And of course the forward pass, if he's doing a forward pass, it's still pulling stuff out. But just for being cautious and making sure we're doing a thorough job, we always do a dry pass over it. It has been very rare, and that's like if the carpet's next to new, like it's 3 months old and you got somebody that likes to get it cleaned quarterly, which is very rare that we've had those jobs. And in the summer too. So if you got good drying, good CFMs and lift, like I mentioned earlier, sometimes you can get carpets dry really fast and also do a really good job in cleaning. But with Berber, we like to make sure we go over it with a dry pass afterwards, because they'll leave those lines in the carpet most of the time. Not always, but most of the time it seems like that's the case, and you just gotta do an extra dry pass over it to get rid of those. But yeah, she was having issues with the spots coming back, and she's a local real estate agent that has her own place. We're in Tracy, California today, so obviously I want to show her what we can do, because she has a big office with multiple agents. That would obviously be a good thing to get in with and work with her on more projects. But so far so good. I mean, you can tell an area he hasn't touched. compared to that area where he had. Doing pretty good. It's a little old. You can see there's some tears, so we just have to be careful around those. If there's loose carpet with Berber, if you pull a thread, it can keep pulling and pulling an entire row out, and I think that's what's happened here. Maybe someone moved furniture or something like that that had a jagged edge on the feet, and it grabbed the carpet and started pulling. So we got it right here also. And I think there was one other spot somewhere else. So how he's going over top of it sideways rather than the whole entire lawn facing the same direction as the line is the best thing to do if you're going to get close to it, because then you don't have as much suction going over that damaged carpet. They're eliminating the chance of you pulling threads. But if you were to turn it to 90 degrees the other direction and go straight over top of it, you run a lot more risk of it pulling the carpet out. So that's why if you're going to go over it, you got to go slow, be careful. Obviously check and make sure there's no big threads that can get pulled into the wand. And if that's the case, you can generally go over top of it sideways and not directly against it, like I mentioned. So this is our first job of today. We have another one in Stockton, and then we have an estimate that might turn into a job same day. Haven't seen it yet. She wanted an estimate first, so we were going to be in the area already, so I figured we'd do that. And then one other little thing, gonna go check out a commercial property for an upcoming job that is also in Stockton. Tomorrow we'll be in Lodi. I actually have a client tomorrow that found us on YouTube and asked if we cleaned in that area, and we did some tile and carpet clean for him about a year or so ago, if I remember right. And she's having us back, so I'm very thankful for that. It's nice to see that we had somebody locally that found us on YouTube and liked what they saw and decided to have us out. So we're very grateful. If you're watching, thank you so much. By the time I have this posted, it might be your service day. But I look forward to cleaning for you again. Very grateful for our clients, especially ones that enjoyed our service so much they'd like to have us back. So that's going to be it for this one so far, guys. We're going to continue to get this thing finished up. Thanks for watching.